Hello, 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 everybody. Today we're going to talk about the different mentalities of people that are winning with God and what God likes. Yesterday we went over like 7 things that God dislikes, and that video will be in the back office once I get a little bit of time. But today we're going to talk about what He loves, and one of the things that God loves is generosity. And this is, a lot of people that are doing good in life as believers are very generous people. They help a lot of people. They're always thinking about others. And, with that generous heart, what is God going to do to somebody like that? And so I want to read over that. And then I want to go over just a little bit of mindset stuff today. And then we'll get right into it because the government shutdown is over. And so trading should be back to normal probably by next Tuesday. So generosity encouraged. Number 6. This is 2 Corinthians 9:6. Remember this. Whoever sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and whoever sows generously will also reap generously. Each of you should give what you have decided in your heart to give, not reluctantly or under compulsion, for God loves a cheerful giver. And I was just thinking about right here, like, if you could just change your heart, because people that are doing well in life, you know, get phone calls like me. I get phone calls all the time about people that, hey, can I borrow this? Can I do that? Can I do that? Now, I'm not saying to give money to everybody's asking you to borrow, because then you could be hurting people instead of helping them. But when you do give to somebody like a family member, don't give to them and be like, man, I don't want to give to them. I hate it. Just change your mindset around it and say, man, I'm going to let them borrow this, or I'm going to give them this. And then things are going to get better. And I'm doing this because I love the person. That's all that God's saying right here. He's saying, like, when you do give to somebody, like, you're going to make the decision. Should you give or not? Right. To whatever it is. But don't give without the loving. Don't give to get over, like, on, your taxes, or don't give to get, like, give to really help somebody. And yeah, you're going to get a tax break. You're going to get different things come with you giving that are great things, but don't give for the purpose of you getting more. This is what I'm talking about. He's talking about this right here. He's saying, don't give under compulsion, because when people give under compulsion, or they're reluctant to give something, you know what I'm saying? It's like a different kind of giving. It's like the giving is so you can come back and say, man, Peter always asks me for money, man, and you're going to talk about the person, and you're going to make them like, nah, give like what it says right here. It says, decide it in your heart to give. That's what he's talking about. So your heart is the part of you that God is talking about love. It's tied to your soul, basically, this heart. And your soul is your mindset, the things that you're going to do in life. Everything that's working throughout your brain is that mindset, to either do, are you doing it because you care about this person? You want to help this person? Do you care about the homeless? Do you want to help the homeless? Like, what are you giving from? Because some people, like, even in my ministry, like today we're going to go out and give to the homeless, but some people are out there, in my ministry, in Jesus's ministry, and they're giving, but do they really want to give that time? I feel like some of the people out there are just giving so that they can look good, or feel good about themselves. Like, oh, I helped the homeless on Thursday type of deal. Like, I go out there strictly from my heart base of, I want people to join up with Jesus and change their whole life, because it changed my life. So I'm looking at people like I love them, like this is my son or daughter, or my wife, or my mom or dad. I'm looking at people like that, like, depending on what age you are, I'm like, okay, you're like my wife's age, okay. You're like my son's age, okay. My daughter's, you're like my mom and dad's age, okay. Because the way that I love them is the way that I need to also love you when I'm giving and taking care of people. Let's go to number 8. And God is able to bless you abundantly, so that in all things, at all times, having all that you need, you will abound in every good work. Okay, let's read this over again, because I did stop. So what are we saying here? We're saying if you give from your heart, you give out of love, right? Because some people are already givers. Like, some people just give because their mama gave or their dad gave. Like, my mom used to do homeless ministry back when I was a little kid. I was a part of it, so I just grew into doing it too. right? And I could just be doing it because of my mom, but I took a love and an interest in helping people. You know, there's some teachers that give all their time to kids to help them, you know, become good students, but then it's taken away from them because they don't even love the students. They can care less. They're just there because it's their job. And this is what I'm talking about. So let's read it one more time. Remember this: whoever sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and whoever sows generously will also reap generously. Each of you should give what you have decided in your heart to give, not reluctantly or under compulsion, for God loves a cheerful giver. And God is able to bless you abundantly, so that in all things, at all times, having all that you need, you will abound in every good work, as is written. They have freely scattered their gifts to the poor, their righteousness endures forever. So they have gave to poor. Why is God always talking about poor? You know, we look at poor as like homeless or something like that, but poor, my mentor used to tell me, poor really means passing over opportunities regularly. So there's some people that barely have any opportunities because of where they were born, their family, and people that they know. They have basically no opportunities. But to get like a good job, maybe everybody's telling them, man, get a good job. You know, they can go to school and get that good job or something. That's their chance of not being poor, not being able to pass over. But like if somebody did pass over school or passed over a trade school or anything like that, and they're struggling and stuff like that, there's still ways to get out of that because we trade. It doesn't even take that much to trade. I was watching a thing where, you know, they're telling people they got this big campaign for people who are 50 years old to start trading. And then in the commercial, they always say, you know, do you have $20? Because you can start trading with $20. Like what we don't understand is we could break free with just a little bit. And God is telling us that these people that are passed over, these people that don't have a lot of opportunities, is telling us to help those people with what? Not just give them money. That's not what it's saying. It's saying being generous with your brain, being generous with your time. Like, can you teach somebody how to make money? Like I was talking to somebody in the academy and I was like, you know, how about if you could teach your daughter or your family members how to trade? Think about the different lifestyle that they would have, even if they become a lawyer or a doctor, whatever their best thing they were going to do with school, but they could do a little bit of trading like on the side, like an hour a day. And over time, they could start making more than what they would make as a doctor or lawyer. This is what this is talking about. It's talking about scattering your gifts to the poor. Whatever gift you have, whatever talent you have. You know, if you're talking personal growth or you got a good mindset, whatever it is, help somebody else with. You know, because all this stuff isn't even coming from us. At the end of the day, all this stuff is coming from God. Look what it says on number 10. Now, he who supplies seed to the sower and bread for food will also supply and increase your store of seed and will enlarge the harvest of your righteousness. You will be enriched in every way so that you can be generous on every occasion. And through us, your generosity will result in thanksgiving to God. So, what is this further breaking down? This is saying, like, whatever you have that God gave you, use it to help other people. Because all God's going to do is just give you more of what he already gave you. Instead of us thinking we're this big bank and we got to work at this time and get off at that time. No, our bank is God. We're just pulling for our needs and our wants and stuff like that. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's God that's giving us our breath, even our breath to breathe. God's giving it to us. So we got to thank him with everything. But when you start looking at your money being God's money, you start doing different things with your money. But what it's saying right here is that whoever is gonna, you know, give out, God's gonna give you more. And so sometimes people pray in the morning and at night, and they pray for, oh man, just God, please pay my rent at the end of the month. I mean, it could be the first, and they got to pay on the 30th, and they'll start praying to God, man, God help me. They already got a job, they already paid their rent, they're never late, but they're always praying for like their rent. God, give me enough food. God, give me enough rent. God, give me enough money to get my kid to school. So all your prayers are about you, yourself, I, and your family. See, God challenged me one time. He said, okay, you want to feed the homeless? Ask me that. And I said, what do you mean, God? And he said, pray for that. Like, don't, Lonnie, stop praying for money for you. Stop praying for money for you, Lonnie. Pray that you have enough money to help so many homeless people. So if you have so much money to help so many homeless people, guess what? You're going to help yourself too. You're going to be out of the way. You're going to be able to pay your bills. You're going to be able to have a lot. So just stop worrying about yourself so much and start worrying about others. That was the point that I was trying to make there. I love that Bible verse. All right, let's get into this holistic. Everybody should have their water. And I got some special water with moringa, alma, and some kind of berries for antioxidant. And let's all breathe right now. You guys deep breathe. You guys should be doing this throughout the day. This should be a routine now. Deep breathing in, deep breathing out. This has been proven to help the mind, help everything. We're still breathing. We're still breathing. So last day of the week, and I was going to talk about taste. We wake up early in the morning to trade. The first thing I do is I'm praying, talking to my wife, and then I start like brushing my teeth and getting ready. Today I had to shave because I feel better when I shave. And then I'm pouring my water, and then I'm sitting down, and then I'm trading with you guys, and we're reading the Bible and things like that. But my water that I drink really doesn't taste that good. But the water that my wife has, like I make water for my wife, and I just put the berry stuff in it, and so her water tastes good to it. There's things that you need that taste good. Sometimes you need to treat yourself to something that you really like maybe that wine that you really like or something, or maybe the ice cream, or maybe the food. Like me and my wife, we love food. We love Thai food, probably one of our favorite foods. We found that out when we went to Thailand. But then they were making Indian food in Thailand, so we went and got Indian food when we got back home. And my dad, his favorite place is Panda Express. My wife can't stand it anymore because he always wants to go there. But we went there, we get something that tastes a little different. Like, give your taste buds different tastes, different things. Even when you're like, let's say in the morning that you're like a hangry person. Like if you don't eat, you start getting upset, you can't focus. Well, in the morning, start bringing like high performance stuff. Like I'm putting the stuff in my water, but I mean, you could eat good nuts with not that much salt. One of the things that could really help you is peppermint. Like you could eat a peppermint. It needs to have the peppermint oil. It can't be like those fake peppermints, but the stores have them. They're called peppermint with peppermint oil. So it's the real peppermint plant or mint plant. And when you take mint and peppermint, it expands your mind. So everything that I'm teaching you, you're going to learn way more. It's like 20 or 30% more you're going to retain if you have peppermint. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, you can get the sugar-free peppermints, or you could actually get like the peppermint and the oil diffuser, and it will help you remember more of the stuff I'm talking about. Cinnamon's another one of them. Like you could have some cinnamon in your water, or you could have, the cinnamon smell in your house or whatever. But cinnamon also helps you with memory and reducing anxiety. What you want to avoid is eating too much sugar all the time. You don't want to just eat sugar, 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 sugar. That might be the thing that tastes really good to you, but it actually hurts your body. And then it puts you in crash mode to where, you eat some sugar, you're really on tune in the beginning of the lesson, and at the end of the lesson, you're like crashing out. All right, let's look at this government. Okay, historical shutdown is nearly over. It leaves no winners and much frustration. So nobody won this one, they're saying. Trump signs spending bill ending longest shutdown in U.S. history. Are the markets moving? No, the markets are looking kind of normal right now. This is the market up here, Forex. And then the market's also down here. These are some of the trades. You'll notice that some of these trades are trades we take because these are the biggest trades in the world that are happening. Yesterday, I got into GBP. No, I got into odd JPY to go up. Man, it was beautiful. Let me show you guys. I have the auto trading account, which I'm another auto trading account that I just started, and I trade personally with it also. But yesterday I made one trade, and it was this trade right here. It was odd JPY. I got in right here. You can see the purple line is where I got in at. Okay, and this didn't shut me down. It didn't do the stop loss. It was probably like 1/3 of my stop loss was down here. It still could have went like way down here. But what happened was it did this. Boom. I was in the middle watching TV and I just had this on my computer and I said, what the heck? This big green candle came way up here and it started coming down when I finally seen it. And I got out like right here of this trade that I took right here. That was just me using the strategy. There was no call for it or anything. I was just looking at, what was strong, what was weak. And then I'm looking at the higher time frames, what should happen. Like this right here. Look at this. 4-hour time frame is in 100% uptrend. The 1-day time frame candles are in 100% uptrend. So when I seen this right here, okay, and then I seen that AUD was stronger than JPY, I said this looks like a good trade because it's already trending up on the higher time frames, and it was right here. It was actually like if I got in right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it was at like a 90% trend right here also going up, even though it was like consolidated. So I took it because I seen that it was going up in the higher time frames. This is what the higher time frames were looking like. It was like somewhere inside of here. And even the higher time frames, like when I took it, might have been around this time right here. This is like 2 o'clock. This is 2 in the morning. But I probably took the trade because of this right here. I was just looking over everything. 4 hours, it's up and it's telling me to trade up. I'm looking at the 1 day, it's up. It's telling me to trade up a couple days ago. Right here, hour 1 o'clock. It told us to buy right here. Over here, this is yesterday. This is 8 o'clock right here. But I took the trade before this happened. So this happened at 4:30, and I took the trade at 1:30. In the lower time frames, it looks like it might be going down, but what you got to know is that it's probably breathing, and then it's going to go right back up because the higher time frames you see, it's up, up, up. It's not even near the middle point that's going to break the trend. So we could trade different ways, but when you're trading Forex, you need to make sure that you look at the currency strengths. You look at the higher time frames. We're always higher time frame traders. We're not low time frame traders. Low time frame traders are newbies, people that aren't going to get rich, people that are going to, you'll be able to pay your rent, you'll be able to pay all your bills in the lower time frames, but you're not going to get that trade that's going to change your life, right? You're not going to be able to put 100,000 in to a trade, and if you're dealing with the lower time frames, it's going to take you a long time to get to $200,000. It might take you like a year, but if you're in the higher time frames, it can take you a week or two to double that money. Because you take a long trade, you take it for a long time, and it starts going up crazy. I mean, I've seen it all. But the higher time frames are the ones that are going to really, really set you straight. Let's look at the market today. Bitcoin, not so concerned about Bitcoin right now, only on the weekends. I'm not even trading Bitcoin on the weekends. But as you see, with Bitcoin, everything is going down. All the high time frames are going down. So should I take a Bitcoin trade to go up? Like, that's why I got these indicators on here for you. This is going to be on your guys' thing pretty fast. These right here. This is from the stock bot, and it's going to be put on the other bots too. But this is something that I could look at real quick, because what I usually have to do is I have to flip through the times and see and count out and see if it's in an uptrend or downtrend, right? We can basically just look right here at the super downtrend, and right underneath here, this is the downtrend or uptrend of this trade, the first ones, right? And then the next downtrend or uptrend is going to be in the 4 hours and then the 1 day. Those are very important. Before, I had to scroll through here, and my programmer was like, you know, how does that make you win, Lonnie? And I was trying to explain to him, it's not like gonna make me win really, right? Because I'm already doing this, but this is gonna help my students. This is gonna help you guys, because you guys don't check the 4 hour every time in the 1 day. So let's say you get this trade right here and it says sell. It's in the 1 hour. The Telegram robot tells you to sell right here. Okay. But then you look right here and it says to sell, and then you look, the higher time frame is 100% downtrend. The 4 hours is almost 100%. These are in agreement that there's a big wave in the background. Like, you're over here swimming right on shore, but if you go out deeper and you go deep, 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 there's a big wave that's waiting for you. Now, when is it going to come? Right? This is an hour. It kind of took on the first one, it kind of just went down. And then 2, 3, 4 hours, 5 hours later, it went down again. So this is like 6 hours of time, and look where it is afterwards, right? But sometimes it's not always like that. Like, let's go to gold, and these are all buys, and they all won. That's excellent. But what does it say? 100% uptrend at this time frame at 1 hour, 100% uptrend in 4 hours, and then in the day is 72% uptrend. So do you think if I got these signals right here to buy, I'm not going to buy this? This is 3 o'clock in the morning. Obviously, I'm not awake at that time. But look, let's go look at this gold, and let's see if it shot it out to us, you know? We got gold right here to buy at 5 o'clock. All right, let's go back in time. Here goes another gold buy right here. So let's look at the gold buys here. That's at 1. So we got 1 at 1 and 1 at 5 for gold to buy. Let's go look at gold again. Here's the 5 o'clock one right here. It started going down, but you would have got in right around here. You would still be in this trade. Everything looks like it should be going up. It's just taking a breather right now. And then we can see just gold going up, up, up in a way. You know, in the lower time frames, it might look like it's going down, but it's just, you know, hitting an area of the lower Bollinger Band and then backing up. And then it goes back up every time. So if we look at the higher time frames, we can see that, like right here. This thing's been going up since November 9th. It's been going straight up. If you would have took this trade, this is a great, great trade. Just off of this trade right here, this is in the 4 hours. See, remember, the higher time frames is what's going to pay you. I told you. So if we got in right there and got out right here, this is a day and 16 hours, because each one of these candles is 4 hours. But you with $1, 1 lot trade, you would have made $13,000 in 1 day, 16 hours for the $1 trade, a 1 lot trade. So I'm telling you, it's very, very serious. Let's say you took this trade right here. And I think I went over this one yesterday, but this right here, this is $40,000. This is a trade that took 10 days. It's on every one of these candles is worth a day. So in 10 of these candles right here, after the bot told you to take it, you're going to make $40,000 with $1. Let's see this trade right here. You would have made $73,000. It would have took you 29 days. But these are the trades. When it says a day, you get into them. You know, you don't even have to get in for high lots, because it's doing so much numbers. Like even if you did this for 0.1, if you would have did this for 0.1 lot sizes, right? This is one lot size. If you would have did 0.1 lot size, this $73,000, you would have made $7,000 off of it. You would have made $7,000 off of a 10-cent trade. That's why, those higher time frames are so more important than lower time frames. Like, let's go over, something right here. Let's just say we got in right here, and then we seen this major boom up right here. We got out over here. This is an $8,000 trade, but it only took 9 hours. It took way less time. But the other one I just showed you was $70,000 trade. So this $8,000 trade, if you're trading with one lot, but how about if you're trading with 10 cents? This is $850 right here. And it took you 9 hours. See, these are the trades that I'm taking. These are the trades that, like, I'm sitting in and I'm saying, okay, I want to make 2% or 2% loss, 3% win. And probably when it got to like right here, it probably X'd me out of the trade and I won the trade. So I want you guys to understand the difference between when you see a call for a 15 minutes or half an hour. You're probably going to make double the amount of money from the 15 minutes to the half an hour trade. The half an hour trade is going to make you double that. But when you get up to the 60 minutes, it's going to make you way more money. And you're really looking for the 60 minutes. This is what I do. I'm looking for the 60 minutes. I'm looking for the 240 minutes, which is 4 hours. This is a great trade right here. I would love this trade. And all we're seeing is mostly buys for US30. Here goes a sell right here. But as you see, most of the trades that are going to be called out are these 15-minute trades, 15, 15, 15, right? But this trade right here, 60 minutes, 30 minutes. The higher time frames are going to do more for you. The 15-minute time frames are great. They're really telling you when to get into the trade. So you get into the trade at the 15 minutes, but you hold on to the trade for the hour, 4 hours, or day, what that's doing. So the 15-minute trade, like let's just look right here. If I was just trading the indices and gold, how many trades would I take? I would have took this trade. That 60 minutes is one. That's two. I would have took this trade. Two for the day so far. 1 hour, 4 hours, and 1 day trades. I would have took this trade. And I would have took this trade. That's about 4 or 5 trades with the indices and gold that I would have took. Then you go to the Forex channel, and how many trades would I take? 1, 60, 240, 2, 240, 3 trades, 60, 4 trades, 5 trades, 6 trades, 7 trades. So I would have took 7 trades. I would have took 4 and the other one, 70. That's 11 trades that I could have took throughout the day. All right. And then I got my stock buy. How many of these are 60 minutes? You're barely seeing stock trades for the 60 minutes. And you see how the stock trades are different. Like, this is what I'm going to put on the other one too. This is going to be on the other one. Like, it's going to tell you, what is the 4 hours? What is the 1 day trend? So if you get a call like this to buy, right, it's in an uptrend. That means it's going up 76% on the 4 hours trend and 100% on the 1 day. This is a good trade right here. This is a good trade to take up. I like it. 12 o'clock, the market closed 2 hours after. Look at this Microsoft, 30 minutes. Downtrend, 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 but it's telling us to buy. I would probably avoid these 2 trades right here. I would probably avoid them. That's why I put this extra information, because the extra information is how I'm looking at the trades. Let's look at this Apple trade. We got a sell at 10 o'clock. We got a buy at 12 o'clock. Let's look and see what happened here. And here we go. Yesterday, this was at 6:30 in the morning. It told us to buy. And this was the opening bell. Look what happened. It shot straight up. Then we got a buy right here at 11 and it started going down. What do we see now? Now the day is at 100% uptrend. The 4 hours at 65% uptrend. I like this buy right here to buy. We're still in this trade. The stop loss didn't happen. It's already back to where it was. This looks like a good money trade right here. All right, let's get into the market because the market just started. Let's look at US30. What's happening? It was down. 4 hours is up. The 1 day is up. We want to take this up. We might want to just take it right now up. You know, the bot just gave us a sell signal for the super trend, and it has been going down, down, down in the lower time frame in the 15 minutes. And it's going down in the 1 hour. On the 4 hours, we got a buy at 2 o'clock. And it's in a straight going up. Right now, it's like breathing. I like to get this trade right around where it's at. It might go back down here, but this looks like a good place to grab this trade to buy. And so I'm going to buy it right now. And I'm also thinking, you know, the thing that's really good about this, trade right here is that everything's kind of telling us it's going up in the higher time frames. And we also did just open up our government. Here it is already going up. So US30, we're going to buy. Look how it's just going straight up and up and up and up and up. We might be getting this at a top point where it might drop a little bit. You know, I would love to get this trade down here where it started off at. I'm going to try to let this come down a little bit. Let's see. And it is still going up. So it already went up 100 pips in 4 minutes. There's going to be some movement on this trade right here for sure. Let's look at the maps. Navee's down 2%. Amazon. Look at this. Cisco's up 5 times though. Disney is down 8%. I have never seen that. I don't know what Disney just did. I bet you if we look on the news, we'll see that Disney did something crazy because that doesn't even make sense. Okay. This is a little better to grab it like right around here. That's even better right there, like this little area. I think I'm just going to get in right here. I'm going to wait for it to stop because it's just dropping down. I'm going to wait for it to stop dropping and like stop somewhere and kind of start going left to right, and then I'm going to get in. So right now isn't a good time to get in because it's just steadily dropping down. So I'm going to wait a second before I get into this trade. This might be where it's stopping at. So it looks like a good spot. So I got in right there. I'm down $200. Like I started that trade down $200. You got to put that in consideration. So I got in right around here for it to go up. All right. And then I want to get out of the trade. I don't want to keep on looking at that trade the whole time. Let's look at the currency strength to see who's big, who's bad, who's little, who's sad. USD is sad right now. It's all the way down. GBP, Euro. So the best trade in the world, Euro USD, is telling us to buy Euro right now. Look at this. This one's different, right? No, you got to always refresh. It refreshes every 30 seconds. But it refreshes when you refresh it. It doesn't automatically refresh. So Euro's 4 up, USD's 1. So I'm going to look at Euro USD. And I want to see, because this is the #1 trade, and we wanted it to go up. It's already way up in the opening bell. It's almost up here where the resistance is. Is this a good trade to get in? No, it's not, because it's already at the resistance. Like, it can go up a little higher, but it's probably going to go back down, somewhere around here. That's where the support is, and this is where the resistance is. So we want to get this trade like down here somewhere. We don't want the trade way up here at the top of where it's going. So we're going to avoid that trade. We're going to see if there's any other good setup. GBP USD. Let's look at GBP USD. GBP USD is supposed to go up also, and it's kind of at a better place. We do see there's like a kind of resistance right here. There's also a resistance like where we're at. A little lower, there's another resistance. Like this broke out of the resistance. So, I wish I could tell somebody like, unmute your Zoom and tell me why I shouldn't take this trade. Just looking at all this information, why should I not take this trade? Does anybody know? Okay, the first thing I'm looking at why I wouldn't take this trade is right here. It says it's in a downtrend in the 4 hours. It's in a downtrend in the day. Like, why would I take this trade when everything is saying is going down and it only had a little spurt of going up? You can see right here that's been going down this whole time. And yeah, I got this little spurt, but in the higher time frames, it's actually going down and not up. It broke through right here. So that's why on the 4 hours, you got that 74%, because 3 out of 6 candles are above. That's how you got that right there. We go to the 1 day and we see everything is down. Like, this is just a breathing stage right here, and it stopped right here. We can see that everything kind of stopped right here over and over and over again. That's the resistance, right? So is this really a good trade? It's really not. It's not a good trade. It's over the resistance, and the big waves are saying it's coming down. So that's another trade. I'm not going to take that trade. US30 just started going down fast. And it's so funny because the bot told us to sell way up here at 48224. And if we would have took that, we would have won. But now it's at the resistance level. Like, this is, the support. This is where I want to get the trade. Like, I could have been more patient and got this trade right here. I could still get another trade just right here. Which I think I am going to do. So let's get another US30 to buy.
Hey, Lonnie, you got your chart up?
Uh-huh. Can you not see? Oh.
No, I can't see it.
Man, I'm glad you said that, because nobody else said nothing. Here we go right here. So I got another trade for this down here. Thank you, Ricky. Okay, so we got another one on the support line. So we got 2 trades here. And this is where it is. Let's look at the 5 minutes and see what's happening. So it shot up, then came back down really fast. And this is where all the support levels are. Let's go over the map. Oh, everything is kind of turning red from the big guys. And let's see on the big people, are they going up or down? Like what's going on with these big people? Apple. No, Apple's going straight up, which I don't understand. Like Apple should be way up right now. I don't know why it's saying it's just a little up. Amazon is going down. Navee's going down. We're just waiting for those to turn up. Walmart's going up. Microsoft's going down. And this might be a liquidity grab or something. Navita, that 3% down, that's pretty bad. All right, we're down here, and this one's in profit. And should we wait for it to get all the way up here? I wouldn't. I'm waiting for it to get back to like this level right here. This is where I probably want to get out of this trade. Like right around here. It might just shoot up and keep on going up, up, up in a way. Here it is right here. So now we're in both profits already. Let's look around. We got 2,300 right here. You know, that might be a great chance to get out of this trade. It almost went to where we wanted. We wanted like right here, right? And I'm looking right here. Why are there buyers and sellers right here? Because this right here, these sellers were trying to sell right here and bring it down lower. These sellers right here were selling it, bringing it down lower at the same spot that it got to. This is where the seller started getting in. So right when it got to that same point again, it started going down because there's sellers. And then there's sellers in this area right here and buyers. Right? There's great buyers down here. Like for some reason, every time it hits right here, everybody's trying to buy. You know, but right here, there's a lot of sellers accumulating. There's a lot of sellers right here. If it could break through and get up to here, you know, we're probably smooth selling to keep on going up, up and away. But this is the hard part. There's a lot of sellers right here trying to bring it down right here. And that's why it's kind of getting stuck in between here and here. And so you got to understand the candles. Like the candles were going straight up, buyer, buyer, buyer. Why? The buyers kicked in where? Right here. Buy, buy, buy. Then it got right here, and then sellers kicked in. Sell, sell, sell. Then it got back down here, buy. Right? Got back down here, buy, buy, buy. Back down here, buy, buy, buy. Back down here, buy, buy, buy. So this is a spot where it's having trouble. In between here and here, it's having trouble. It doesn't know, you know, more buyers, more sellers are coming in. Which way should we go? So let's look somewhere else. This is going straight down. Nas and SPX. So we don't need to be in this trade for too long because all the other ones that are the same almost trade is going straight down. So we don't want to be in this trade for too long. We got to look around and see what's actually happening in other places to figure out like where do we need to get out of this trade? Do we need to take this trade long? Well, this isn't a trade that we want to take long. This is a trade we want to take and get our money and get on up out of here. It might be a double close. Like it once, I mean, if hopefully it gets back right here where I could just double close out both of those trades. But it's having a lot of trouble. You guys can see it's having a lot of trouble in between here and here with the sellers reacting to these areas of resistance, saying, let's bring it down to here, right? Let's go back to the map and look again. And what else do we need to do? After we look at that, we need to look at the actual trades by themselves, the top 5 ones. Apple's starting to go down. Apple was going up, right? Amazon's starting to go up though. Nvidia's starting to go up. Walmart is just crushing the game going up. Microsoft's going down. So when we look at the 5 biggest ones that are controlling everything, most of them are starting to turn around and go up, but the ones that were going up really fast kind of stopped. And so what we want to do is get up around here and get on up out of this trade. It might still keep on going up. We're not magicians. We don't know. All we know is that we're in a position of profit right now with this one. And this one looks like it should be in profit too. I actually got in right here, but it's not even in profit yet. So we just got to wait a little bit. Okay. And this looks like a good place right here. I don't know why. I don't know why this one's still in negative when it's over. All it has to do is push through these people right here. Looks like it wants to. Those sellers at this level right here, the sellers are really selling. Like this area right here is where the sellers are coming in, because it's like continually to drop from here to here, but it looks like the battle is right here. These people are still battling, making it go down where it is right here, even though, they're saying they want to get in right here with more of these trades. We got 1 more minute. This might shoot off a doji, or it might just go up real quick. And I don't know how that one's still negative. That's weird. So we got out with $3,000 on one, and we got out the other one. And this is where we wanted to what? Get out at. Everybody remember, I said this is now let's see what happens here, because this now is another resistance where buyers started coming in or sellers started coming in crazy right here to drive it down. So let's just see, are they going to drive it back down? They are. They're going to drive it back down. Now now it's going down fast. That's why I got out. So we got to know like when to get in and when to get out. The best one to get in was right here at the support. We could have waited, just got in right here. We got in a little, jumped the gun a little early, and we made profits from it. But, we would just waited a little while for it to hit this support. We can obviously see the support. It hit every time it hits right here, it goes back up, right? And here it is. It might break out of this right here. Let's see if it breaks out of this part. The next part that it's going to stop at is probably like right here. So if it does break out of this little thing right here, the next time is going to be up here, or it might start reversing right here. Same thing it did right here. It went up to the top of the Bollinger Band and started coming down. So, and what do we see? We see another fight right here where we were at. We see another fight. And here it is coming down. There's a lot of sellers in this little area right here. A lot of sellers, right? You see it right here with this sell, but you also see it up here. You see every time it gets to like this high point, sell, sell, sell. It got right here, a big sell. Then it got right here to where I was telling us we got to get out, and the bot actually called a sell. And it went down fast. So the best place to buy this is where where it keeps on hitting and going up right here. This is the best area. This is the money spot. This is a 90%, 80% correct. If you trade right here, you're going to win money. Now, what I did is I jumped the gun. This is like a 60% trade, you know, where I could have ended up losing this or I could have won this, and we won, right? But here it is again. It's right here. What is it going to do? Is it going to break through this little area, or is it going to keep on, you know, getting hit? It got buyers, buyers, buyers all the way up. Okay, now when is it going to stop? We see this over and over and over again. You got to start seeing the patterns right here. Buy, 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 3 buys. And then what? 3 sell. 1, 2, 3. Right? 1 buy, 1 sell. 1 buy, 1 sell. 1 buy, 1 sell. 3 buys again. So what do we think is going to happen the next candle? The next candle, if we look at the history, the next candle should be going down. Even 2 candles, 1, 2 down, 1, 2 down. So it might be just 2 candles going down. This might end up being a red candle right here. But because we knew that, we got out right here at a great safe spot. You know, some people hold trades too long. In the morning, we're doing long-term trading, but because of the fast movements, we're really doing scalping right here. Even though we have a, you know, the higher time frames trading strategy, in the morning on the bell, we're doing quick trades because they're moving. Okay, so let's just look right here. How much should these candles move? This is about 8 candles. 8 candles right here, 8 bars. It moved 42. Right, and that's what you'll see throughout the days and stuff. But right here, when you get to the opening bell, this is the opening bell right here, which happened. This one went up 106. And what are we looking for? We're looking for 70 to 100 pips in the morning. That's all we're looking for. We're not looking for, you know, 1,000 pips in the morning. We're just looking for like, and when did I get in? I got in right here. This one didn't get us the 70 pips. It only got us 27. But when we go down here, how much do we get? We got almost our 70 right here. So we got the 23 with the other one, the 66 right here. So we got 80 something pips when we did 2 trades together. And here it is shooting straight down. You know, Nas is going up now. SPX is starting to go up. US30 is in a jam. It's consolidated. If it comes back down here, is it still a good trade? If it comes down one more time to this green purple line, is it a good trade to take again? Well, there's different circumstances now. Because the pattern is kind of broken. It did 2 right here, right? And the last time it did 2, then it just kept on coming down. The last time it did 2 right here, you know, it kind of like zoned out and consolidated. Is this a good trade again? I wouldn't take this trade. This isn't a 90% trade anymore. It was a 90% trade before. This looks like the buyers are going to break through this. Or the sellers, I'm sorry. The sellers are going to break through this. Let's see if the sellers, because the sellers came really super strong up here and brought it all the way down. Now, this is where the fight is. This is where everybody was buying at. Are they going to come in and say, I want to buy again? Are they just going to let the sellers overtake the trade? I think they'll probably let the sellers overtake the trade and it'll keep on going down. So if I didn't get out of that trade, we would be losing right now. It's beautiful. It hit this and it started ricocheting and going back up. But let's see if this is strong enough. This guy's 4 minutes. Is it strong enough to break through these different, you know, sellers? Lots of sellers right here. Lots of sellers right here. Super amount of sellers up here. And remember, it's an 100% downtrend for the 4 hours, 100 or 97 in the day. So what should it do throughout the day? It should go down throughout the day because the higher time frames are going to come in sometime with the wave to make everything go down. That's why there's more success in this going straight down right now, because all these big sellers in the higher time frames. It should be easy for it to break through here and end up like right here somewhere. It might not come all the way down here, but it's easy for these sellers to overtake it to at least right here. You know, do I want another buy down here? No, I don't want another buy, because it might hit down here and the next candle might be even further. The trade is over. And we got to know when the trade is over. There's no trade that you can just keep on doing all day long. If it hits this, I'm going to win. If it hits this, I'm going to win. There's no trade like that. You got to look at the market structure. You got to look at, you know, the buyers and sellers, what is happening, the price action. You know, who's winning right now. You got two going up. Now you got two going down faster. Two going up slower, two going down faster. Same thing with this right here. You got one candle that just went up really fast, and then the next candle just crushed it all the way down. So should we had took a sell? We could have. We could have took a sell right here. Why? Because of this one right here. It told us to sell right here at the 15 minutes. If we would have just took this down, we would have won money. We would have probably won the same amount, right? Then on the 30 minutes, what did we get? We got a sell also. It was up here. It already went down. We could have took this trade in the opening bell, this half an hour right here. This started at 6:30. We seen it. We could have just took it down, right? But I overrode the bot and said that it was going to come up, which it did, right? But we could have just took this trade right here. We would have got in this trade right here and just got out right now because we knew that was a support. We would have had 112, right? What did we get? We got 66 and 28. So we got about 90. So we could have made money this way, 113. We could have made money the way that we did, almost the same amount doing what we did. Isn't that amazing? That's what I think is like amazing with trading is, you know, you could take it one way or the other and you can still win if you know what you're doing. You got to know what you're doing. And that's what I'm teaching y'all. I'm showing you like what my brain is thinking this whole time. I'm going to put this video on the back office also. So we got these 3-week videos are really good. We took 2 to 3 trades each time. We won every trade. And we had another phenomenal week. We're on a 9-day winning streak right now on the live calls. We came off of a 20, it was like a 20, I think 3 or 21 or something day winning streak before, and then we lost 1 trade. And then now we're on a 8-day winning streak, and we haven't lost any trades in that time. Like, how do you not get it that you could be making money right now? How do you not get that you could throw a little bit of money in here and just do every trade that I'm doing, get in, get out exactly like I'm doing? The only thing you got to know, and we could do a one-on-one, the only thing you need to know is how many lot sizes you need to trade. How many lot sizes you need to trade. I'm doing 5 lot sizes because of the government shutdown. And I'm not going to trade 10 to 20 until Tuesday or Wednesday when the market comes off of this shutdown. I've been trading 5 lots for almost a month and a half. 5 lots. I usually trade what? 10 to 20 lots. So I could have been making, even though I won every trade almost for this shutdown time, except for like 1 trade. I could have did 10 or 20 lot sizes and made 5 times the amount. What is so 5 goes into 20 how many times? 4 times. So with the same trade I'm taking for the 5 lots, I could have took for the 20 I usually do, and I would have made what? 4 times more money during this time. I could have did 10 lots, and I would have been making 2 times more money than we made over this time span. But we got to know like when to hold them, when to fold them, and when to get in trades with lower lot sizes and when to get in trades with higher lot sizes. These are the things that we got to know. It's called our risk management. It's just not okay for you to take a trade like me and say 2%, 3%, because if you have the wrong lot size, that 2% can wipe you out on the spread. Remember, every time I get into a trade, both those trades I got into at the 5 lots were down $200 when I started the trade. $200. So let's say you traded 5 lots on a $1,000, $10,000 account. If you traded 5 lots on a $10,000 account, you would have lost the trade. If you put in 2%, you would have lost the trade when you started the trade. Because with 5 lots, you get into the trade and the spread, you're losing $240. So if you have your stop loss at 2% and you're trading, $10,000 and you're trading at 5 lots each, then you would have lost just getting in the trade. That's what I see when I'm doing one-on-ones. I'm like, dude, you lost this trade in 2 seconds. As soon as you push the button, you lost the trade because your lots were way too high and the spread took you out of the trade. So we got to know that there's a spread, right? And we got to know if it's $220 was the spread. When we get in this trade, we're losing at $220. We got to know that, like, with this account right here, when I'm saying 2%, this is a $300,000 account. So I can lose what? $6,000. So my spread, I'm losing 200 immediately, but I could lose $6,000 and then it closes out. These are the things that we have to know to be a successful trader. See, a $10,000 account, if you're trading that, you shouldn't be trading more than like, a 0.5. Because if a 5 makes you lose $240 getting in the trade, a 0.5 is going to make you lose how much? All we got to do is math. 0.5 is 10% of 5. So now, if we're losing $220, if we take that and divide that by 10, we're actually losing $24. So we got $24. We're in a $10,000 account, and we can lose what? $200. So you start out already in the red, but you still got a long way to go before it closes you out at 0.5 instead of 5% or 5 lots. A lot of traders, this is what they do. This is what traders do. Let me be totally, because I lost a lot of money with traders. Sometimes when I win, I put money in other traders that I know that are pretty good. But a lot of the traders that I know, they're like either win it all or lose it all. Like they're like losing $4 million or they're making like $10 million. But if you lose $4 million enough times, you're going to drain your account. You're going to lose everything. Why do they trade like that? They trade like that because they think they got it at the perfect point. Like if we would have got it right here at the perfect point and we knew it was going up, we could lever. I could have said 100 lot sizes. It's not going to go past here, 100 lot sizes. And so instead of us just winning the $3,000 that we won today, okay, $3,300, I could have said 100 lot size on right here. And when it went up to there, how much would I had made? I'm doing 5. Let's just do 50. If I did 50 lot sizes and we made 3,500, if we would have did 50, that's 10 times that. So now instead of me making 3,500, I would have made $35,000. But how about if it goes the wrong way? If it would have went the wrong way, we would have lost quick. Even if I would have my stop loss set at 2%, I would have lost $6,000 immediately. I'm talking about if I would have got in the trade. Okay, so if we get in the trade at 5 lots and we're down $240, now we got to say if I get into a trade with 50, we got to times that by 10. So instead of it being down $220, now it's down $2,200. So we only have a little bit of ways to go, and it's going to move really fast to get us out of that trade at $6,000. So this is what they do. They're risking, but they're not even winning that much. They're winning like 20%, 10% of the time. But when they win, they're going to win a whole lot of money. When they lose, they lost to 6,000, or let's say we did a 3%, we would have lost $9,000, right? But if we win that trade, we could win like $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 really quick. But that's not the kind of traders that we want to be. That's not the kind of trade. Those are the traders that are buying a Bentley one day and buying a house, and then the next year they're moving out and they lost the Bentley because they're up and down traders. Yeah, they live really good for a couple months, go travel around, and then they lose it all. Then they got to get their friends to invest again because they done lost all their money. That's the thing. With us, we're losing 2% or we're gaining 3%. And even before it gets to the 3% win, we might get out of the trade. Why? Because out of 30 days of live trading, we only lost one trade. So what does it matter if we win 1% or 0.5% over and over and over again, and then the time that we lose 2%? It doesn't even matter because we're so up on the 1% trades. 30 days, let's say we win the minimum 1%, right? 1% a day. Like today, we won over 1%. $3,000 is a $300,000 account. We won over 1%. Okay. So 30 days of winning 1% is 30. Okay. And then 1 day of losing 2%. So let's take out one of the days because one of the days in the 30 was a loss. So let's say we lost 2% in one of the days. And then in 29 of the days, we won 1%. We are up because we're at 29%. We won, and we're at 2%. We lost. So where are we at? That means that we won 27% on our account. 27%. Here it is again. It hit right here and it went straight back up. What did it do? It hit the Bollinger Band and went back down. So we could have got in another time. So remember, lot sizes is the most important thing. Your risk management is more important than the strategy. What do I mean by that? We're in an 80 to 90% strategy. We back tested it with computers. It's down here. I've seen him do it. He goes down here and something in my programmer, he says, okay, with this strategy, go over 2 years with gold. What did we do? How many wins, how many losses? 1-to-1 ratio. You lose 1% or you win 1%, right? And it says it with this one right here with this strategy, the EMA bounce, which is called the super trend strategy, the Beast Trader super trend. We win 82% of the time, 82 to 84% of the time in the last 2 years, right? With the other one, the Beast Trader bounce strategy, you know, you need to know what that looks like. These are the 5 minutes. Let me go to a higher time frame. So these are all EMA. These are the 82 to 84%. EMA, EMA, EMA. Everywhere you're seeing EMA. This is a Beast Trader bounce trade right here. And it looks like it lost this trade. But this is a 90%. This wins 90% of the time. This one. You'll see at the top, you'll say 3 points, right? This is how you know it's the Beast Trader bounce. This is the EMA, the super trend, and the super trend wins all the time also. But if I only had the Beast Trader bounce strategy, that's what I used to use for years and years and years. God just gave me this one strategy. And I said, God, will give me another strategy too. And then he gave me the EMA bounce. So here we go right here. We're up. You know, we picked to go up and we won. We won right here. We won right here. We could still be in both of these trades and winning more money, but we got out. Why? Because it started going down. Who wants to be right here when they could have pulled out $3,000 right here and you're still in this trade, and then you finally get up here and you make $4,000? Well, we didn't know this was going to happen. The higher time frames are saying it's going down. Now, why did I know it was going to go up? How come? Because 40% of our strategy, 40% isn't the Beast Trader bounce, isn't the EMA, isn't that. 40% of our strategy is based on the news. So the first thing we do is we go to the news. What do we see? The shutdown is over. The shutdown's over. Wow. Everybody's excited. The shutdown is over. People are going to get back to business. What do? People buy stocks. This is what the majority of people that are rich in America buy stocks. They're not Forex traders. They don't trade the indices. They trade stocks. Who trades the indices? Why do the indices move so much? The indices are based off of the stocks. So whatever the stocks do, they just throw all these stocks in together and they say whatever all this is doing together is going to go up or down. All this together is going to make it go either up or make it go down, right? But another thing that people don't know why this always goes up every year is because the life insurance industry is based off of the US30. It's based off of the NAS 100. It's based off of XPX 500. Now, if you know anything about life insurance, I don't even know of any life insurance business that ever went out of business because their business is so stable. Maybe if somebody set it up the wrong way or something like that, didn't get enough customers and they had to pay out a big policy, they might have went out. But these companies are trillion-dollar companies. These companies that are doing life insurance are bigger than Apple, bigger than Nvidia. These companies have trillions and trillions of dollars, you know, and then they got teachers unions. Teachers unions buy into US30 and the NAS 100. Why? Because they know that these go up. Every year they're going to go up. Every year since the beginning of when these things came out, they've been going up. There's only like a couple of years that you could look and say, man, it went down that year. Yeah, because it went down that year because of what? Because of COVID. These are 1 year. Every candle right here is worth 1 year. So we're going back to 2015 right here. 2015 up, up, 18 up, 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 up. Right? This 1 year right here, when was this? 2022 is when it went down. Is that when COVID came? Somewhere around that time. Let's look at NAS for the whole year. Everything up. When did it go down? One time. So somebody that has money, you know what I'm saying? As long as you can get in, you don't want to get in right here because it's at the top. But I'm saying like every year that this been around went up, except for 1 year during COVID. It went down. So what you're looking for in a long-term trade, like let's say I want to get into a trade for a whole year. Get into SPX 500. It's stable. It doesn't move as fast. You're not going to make it much money, but it's more stable than US30. NAS 100 is more stable than US30. NAS 100, more stable. There's more stocks in here. If some stocks get a loss, the other ones are going to get wins. But then you got the US30, which is going to make you the most money. But it's at an all-time high. All these are at an all-time high. Why? Why is US30, NAS, and SPX 500 always at all-time highs? Why? Because they're always going up every year, year in, year out, because of life insurance, because of the police union, because of the teachers unions. All these unions put their money in these three things right here. And then they put it in another company called like BlackRock. That's the #1 stock in the whole world. But the point is, if you can get into a trade for long term, I mean, you could just, like, let's just say we took US30 for the whole year. We're in, what are we in? We're in November. We got 1 month left, this month and the next one, right? Let's just say we got in for the whole year. With $1, we would have made $117. This is what you guys don't understand. Like you can get a $50,000 account. You can get 100,000. Stop sending your money to Schwab. Schwab ain't giving you nothing. They're like somebody sitting here trading stocks for you. They're not making no money like this. You could take your own $50,000 and say US30 to go up. For one, you're gonna take one lot size, and you're gonna put $50,000 in there, one lot size. At the end of the year, month 11, you made $117,000. So you got your $50,000, but now you got almost 3 times that. Some people got money in the bank and they're not understanding this. We got an auto trader that trades for you that made double the money last month. Is that uncommon? It sure is. Because what the bot usually does is 10 to 20% a month. And that's been doing that for like over a year. And that's at the lowest conservative thing. If you want a higher, conservative thing or a lower conservative, then you're going to make more money from it. But it has more chances to lose some money for you. But who wants to put their money in the bank and sit there and make, 0.1% a year when you could have put your money in trading and got a trade at one lot, a $50,000 trade at one lot, and just say, listen, either lose $10,000 or make $100,000. That's how stable traders. That's the next level of trading, is to get in long-term trades for the whole year, based off of stuff that's been performing every year, year in, year out. It's been going up. Think about if you took Nvidia this year. Look at Nvidia this year. Look how 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years basically in a row it's been going up. It went down this one time right here, but now it just skyrocketed. Let's look at Apple. Apple's been going up every year. Why? These are all going up. Why? Because of the biggest businesses in the world. All the biggest businesses are going up all the time. But are you willing to take a trade? Like gold. When I trade gold, I don't even trade gold going down no more. I used to trade gold going up and down. I'm just waiting for gold to give me a signal to go up, and I'm taking it. Because you could have made so much money. Like when we were trading in, 03. I've been trading for over 20 years. But I mean, if I would have just put my money in gold, okay, 03, I'm going to go for gold to go up. $380 is what gold was at. Now gold is, let's just go to something more current. Let's not even look, because I might start scaring people. I'm loving to look at big numbers, but some people, they're freaked out. But let's just go to 2023, 2 years ago. This is when it was battling to go past $2,000. And when it hit $2,000 in 03, I told everybody, take it down. It's too high. And what did it do? It kept on rocking and shit. A lot of investors, a lot of people lost money thinking it's going to go down at $2,000. But gold right here, if we would have got gold in 03 and we would have stayed in our trade for 2 years, off of $1, we would have made $234,000. We could have been in an account like this for $10,000 and put in a trade at one lot. It would take a long time for you to lose that $10,000 if we went the wrong way. But now that it went the right way, we have $2,340,000. Long-term trading is your future. Long-term trading is the thing that's going to make you money. It's not the short-term trades. It's not. You got to program your mind to not think like that. Here we are. It went up, hit the same spot it did with these two right here, and went right back down. It's doing the same thing over and over and over. It's stuck right now. Do we get in again down here? I wouldn't. This trade, nobody knows what's going to happen to this trade. Now, if I see more green over here, it's looking good because Microsoft is in plus, Apple's plus, Amazon's a little bit down. I don't know why Walmart is down right here, but in actuality, it looks like it's up. Let's look one more time. Apple went down this morning. First, it went way up, then it started going down. Amazon is going up now. It started out real low, now it's going up. Nvidia started out real low, now it's starting to go up. Walmart started high, went low, this one right here, now trying to get back on it. Microsoft, we got a bounce trade right here, went straight up. These are the things that we're looking at to make sure we're doing the right thing. All right, you guys, I'm about to record this, and I'm going to put 3 videos out today, this week. We won all our trades. You guys, all you got to do is take the trades that I take. You can't get burnt out. You can't feel like you can't do this. This is simple. I'm just taking it. All you really have to learn is how to make a trade and how to, do a one-on-one with me so I can tell you what lot size you need to be using. There's also directions in the back office on what lot size to use during trades, depending if you have a 10,000, 100,000. I broke it all down for you in the back office, what you should be trading. So all you got to do is put in the lot size that you're trading and then listen to me and do exactly what I'm showing you to do. And you guys can be winning all kind of money. Crazy. So let's win. I want everybody to win. I love it. Somebody just sent me something yesterday. Truck driver, my buddy, man. He just sent me. He knew me when I was the trader with the big academy with 1 million students. He came from that. He got my Instagram. He's been talking to me, you know, texting me every now and then. He just showed me yesterday. He took 8 trades. He won 7 of them. You know, these are the things that I want to see. I want more people to message me like what they're doing, how good they're doing. All you guys are doing is just motivating the other people. But some people are on here, they're like, man, I still don't know how to trade yet. I'm trying. It takes sometimes 3 months to learn how to push the buttons. Sometimes it takes somebody a week. Sometimes it takes 3 months. But after 3 months, we should know how to push the button, and we should know how to do exactly what I'm doing. And we should be able to take that and watch the videos and know how to use the bots by ourselves. This isn't rocket scientists. This isn't me trying to tell you to create a new you. This is just me telling you, like, all we do is do exactly what I'm doing and you'll be successful. Do exactly what I'm doing and you'll be successful. Elaviano. Elaviano.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, take
Present,
my number,
sir.
man. I don't have your number. I tried to call you the last 2 days, but I can't find you.
Yeah, I've been
Don't worry about it. Take my number right now and then text me right now. Can you take my number?
Okay. You know, I'm not. Yeah. Let me see.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. All right. All right. Go. Shoot.
858
Okay.
342 2300 2300.
All right. Sounds good.
Yep. And just text me.
I'll hit you up.
Yep.
I
And so
will.
the auto bot, we got an auto bot, and it makes consistent like 10 to 20% a month. And what I did last month is I got with my programmer and I just switched one trade. I said, hey, when it gives me a 4-hour or 1-day trade, I want to lose 2%, but I want to make like 5 to 6%. And since I did that, since I did that, the Autobot made double the money last month. But I didn't put everybody that's on the Autobot, I didn't put them on that. That's a new thing that I'm about to switch over onto the Autobot with the investors in it. What I did is I had a $300 account, and I just wanted to see if I switched up something, what would happen. That $300 account went to like $986 in like almost 2 months. So last month it doubled.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, last month it doubled his money. So it's just like all you do is you keep on tweaking a little bit. You're never there, right? It's just like being like a godly person. Like you're never perfect. Like nobody's ever perfect, but we're always trying to strive to be better, and we're always doing stuff to make ourselves better. So what I did is I made the bot better, and I'm about to put it on the auto bot for all the traders that are in with me too.
Okay.
And you guys, let's win together, man. This is simple. Just follow, rinse, repeat, keep on winning. God bless everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.